everyone. So today I'm doing a makeup video, but I have a special guest, my mum. So what we're going to do is we're each going to do our makeups and then compare and contrast what we do. So mum's already done all her primer, but she's going to list the products that she uses while I get my stuff together. So here you go.
Hello. Before I put anything on my skin, I use a Clinique Turnaround Revitalizing Lotion, so that helps brighten the skin. And I also use a Clinique All About Eyes for around the eyes. I also do a little bit of an eye exercise as well, because I'm quite hoodwinked here, and I always find that makes me look old and tired. So I do a little bit of exercise to help that. And then I use some Revitalift by L'Oreal. And that's what I do to my skin before I put anything on. I do not use foundation. I only really use concealer under my eyes, a little bit of cream blusher, which is again by Clinique, and a little bit of eyeliner, mascara, that sort of thing. I do not put loads and loads on because I have hypersensitive skin and I really don't like the feel of all that caked on.
I'm the opposite. I like a lot of makeup on. So I'm going to start with my primer. This is actually a new primer that I got in one of my Ipsy bags. This is the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So it's a 3-in-1. So it's a moisturizer, primer and a cleanser all in one. It's from the company Hello Fab. So I'm just going to take a dime-sized amount, my finger, and just massage that into the skin before I start any of my makeup. My skin has been breaking out recently, but I found out that this primer is actually quite comfortable on the skin because it's moisturising and it smells really nice.
Oh.
I'm not a big fan of coconut, but I like how coconut smells. I just don't like how it tastes. Okay, so there's all that done. So I've got my primer, and that was from my which Ipsy bag was that? That was from my I think the June one. Yeah, the June Ipsy bag that I've got. So now I'm gonna get a beauty blender and start on my foundation. So you can say like which brands you use and make sure you stay on camera. I'm just gonna get my beauty blender pressed and she can say what she wants to say first.
Okay. Like I said, I do not. Oh, I'm here. Right. Like I said, I do not use foundation. But if I did, I would be using Clinique foundation, which is the Ultra Balance, which I like the way it is not a heavy coverage if you do use it, and it doesn't have any perfumes or anything in it. But I do use concealer under my eyes, and I use a mixture of this one, which is made by Maybelline, an ELF, I think that's
that's ELF.
And this one is this is made by Maybelline as well.
Yeah, so you use mainly drugstore brand, where I usually use more like
for my
upper level.
Well, for my skincare, you know, I tend to stick with Clinique, and if I'm using foundation, I do stick with Clinique. The thing is the concealer that was made by Clinique I found was too light. I couldn't get the right shade.
You couldn't get the right shade. Yes, so my foundation is from a company called IL Makiage. I use shade 035. It's called Woke Up Like This. And then my beauty blender is specifically from this beauty blender company that's exclusively, it's Fora. This is only available online. Basically, you take this test and they calculate what your shade would be. And I found that this is actually quite a good match for my skin, because I like a lot of full coverage because I have so many like blemishes and everything. I prefer like full coverage. So I'm probably going to speed this up like in post while I'm editing, because it's more like filler kind of. But yeah, so I do foundation first, and then I do concealer, which is also from IL Makiage, and then I use an eye primer from Fenty Beauty. So I have like 4 steps when it comes to doing like my base for my makeup, because I like having a strong base to put makeup on. That way it doesn't look like I didn't really try as much. So I've got the
Blend, blend, blend.
I'm gonna. What I do is I put like a little dollop and then I blend it into the neck as well, so that I'm not spreading it as much.
One thing
So now I'm on to the
that
second
always
half of my
looks
base.
so unprofessional is
You're
if
not on
you've
camera.
got. There you go. No. One thing that always looks unprofessional, and even if you're not doing, not doing makeup professionally, but that night out and whatever, I cannot stand, and this is personal. If that's the look you're going for, that's wonderful. Is when all you can see is makeup, and especially if it hasn't been blended in, and the face is one colour and the neck is completely different. You will notice with me is that my neck is very, very red, and that is because of a skin disorder, and there's no way I'm going to put makeup on that. So sometimes my face does look a completely different colour to my neck, but that is a skin disorder. It's not intentional. I really do not like that where that's shimmering, or if you're young, if you're in your 20s and whatever, and you do it correctly, it looks wonderful, and I admire people that can do it and make it look wonderful, but I'm not in my 20s. And the
what age are you?
I'm
60s?
I'm 55. Go off, people. I am 55, and
yeah, but you don't look 55.
oh,
because-
she's backpedaling, isn't she? She's backpedaling.
Yeah, but like you get that compliment all the time.
Yes,
from people
most-
working,
yeah,
like,
most
you
people
don't even
don't,
look your age really.
Don't think that I'm in my 50s. First thing in the morning, I probably look like it, but yeah, a lot of people only put me in my 40s, which is fine. I don't mind
So
that.
what's your next step after you do concealer? What's the next
I
thing
just
you
put I use this. It's a Clinique. I think it's known as a chubby stick, which is horrible. I hate the name of it. And it's Roly Poly Rosy. Now I use a cream blusher because as you get older and you have lines, I'm fortunate I don't have that many lines, but powders and whatever can sit in the lines and they can be very aging and they can be like bleh. So keeping more of a cream to things is a little bit more flattering. I will still just do a couple of lines there, and I tend to kind of use this more. I don't know how to do all this like contouring stuff,
Neither do I.
haven't got a clue how to do all that, but I tend to just use this to give me a bit of a glow, a little bit warmth. I use my ring finger and I just rub this in, and that kind of stimulate onto the skin helps bring colour up as well.
Yeah, that's an old trick they used to do.
Yeah.
Is you pinch your cheeks and then
Yeah.
put blush.
So I make sure it's rubbed in, so I haven't got some sort of Aunt Sally. No one knows who that is, but there used to be a kids show called Wurzel Gummidge, which was about this. It was a scarecrow, and his friend was called Aunt Sally, and she was like a rag doll thing, and she always had like these circles for red cheeks, which so we don't want that. But as you can see, the way I've like blended it in, it's just given a little bit of colour. I don't know how to, and I think I've probably got quite high cheekbones anyway, so
Yeah, weird.
I'm lucky
That's
like
something
that.
in our family. We got high
gee,
cheekbones.
you're gonna
So we've done that.
cheeks. Okay, so that's just that.
So that's like
I just want to basically, I like to just give myself a healthy glow. I go to work, I work with the general public, I serve people, and I think, I think that looking presented, it's nice. I prefer to be served by someone who's made an effort to look presentable for their job. Like there's nothing wrong with it. Next thing I do is I just use Clinique again, and this is just brown. I like this one because it is soft, it's not harsh, and
So that's what
I
you
blend
use for
it.
eyeliner or eyebrows?
Yeah, I just put that under my eyes. I don't do anything with my eyebrows because I don't know how to. And personally, again, I really don't like that.
That was my brush.
Yeah, I really don't like that that painted on eyebrow. The only thing I might do
I don't do anything to my
is
eyebrows.
I just
lucky.
will use like this brush to kind of just so they all lie in line. But you know, when you see these young girls and
I'm putting some setting powder on, by the way.
they've got like these painted on eyebrows, and I'm sorry, I'm from an era of Groucho Marx, you know, who had that ridiculous painted on eyebrow. So I don't do it because I don't know how to. If you know how to do it and you can get that wonderful professional look that they all like, go ahead.
Something that's
Not for me.
coming back is actually thin eyebrows are coming back because everyone's obsessed with Pamela Anderson again.
Oh, right.
Because there was this Hulu series called Pam and Tommy. It's about the sex tape that came out years ago. And it's basically about that, and everyone's now obsessed with trying to look like Pamela Anderson, which is like, wow, we're going back in time a bit. Okay, so I've just got my setting powder on, and now I'm gonna brush this off in a minute. Which the brushes I use, I have multiple sets of brushes, but the ones I'm a big fan of are actually from the Totally Plastic collection from BH Cosmetics that was designed by the rapper Iggy Azalea. I actually got these from my friend for my birthday. These are from Ardy.
Oh, that's nice.
She got these. So I use these brushes quite a bit because they're soft, they're a good shape, and they just feel nice on my skin.
So all I've done is I've used a brown Clinique eyeliner, and I have just drawn from this end to the middle because what you do not want at this age is harsh black lines.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been okay when you were in your 20s, but harsh black lines, it just makes you look old and it makes you look desperate. I'm sorry, it's not a good look. I don't think, unless you're Chrissy Hine and you know that's been her look forever and she can get away with it still. So I only draw from the outer to the middle, so then I can blend it, because you don't want harsh lines, you want soft lines. And I just use an angled brush, and I'm going to go and look in the mirror down there because I need to be able to see.
Okay, so I brushed off all my setting powder, so now this is where I start working on my eyes, because that's like my favourite thing to do. I've started using this new technique with my eyeshadow where I was doing like 4 shades on one eye, and now I'm done to just doing 2. It looks a lot nicer. So I have so many eyeshadow palettes, it's insane. But I really don't know what colour to do, because I'm wearing black leggings, but I hate doing any black kind of colour shadow. It looks weird on me. But I've got this white shirt with like this rainbow design, but I don't want to do like a rainbow thing because that thing's too much. So I think with the colours on here, I might do a pink and orange kind of combination. So I'm going to see which palette works best for that.
Yes, Megan. So you can see that all I've done is I soften that so it's not a harsh line. Okay. Then I use one of these god-awful contraptions, and it's an eyelash curler, and it's just your basic eyelash curler. It's not heated. You know, it doesn't. Wow. It doesn't jump up and down and do tricks or anything like that. The only thing I would say, always be careful, because if you put too much in, you end up pinching your eye, you know,
You
your
can pull them
eyelids.
out.
And also, whatever you do not put mascara on, and when mascara is still wet, use these things, because you will rip your eyelashes out.
Yeah.
I would recommend that don't use these things too often, because overuse can break your eyelashes as well.
I think this should be clean.
So that is good. I do take quite a few vitamin supplements. I do take biotin, which helps with hair and skin and nails, because my hair was going thin because of menopause. I use fish oils because I have chronic dry eye, and that helps with that. I take a vitamin B to help with energy and skin, and I take calcium and vitamin D, and these all, you know, if it means that someone looks at me and thinks that I'm in my 40s when I'm in my 50s, then it's doing something.
Yeah. So the palette I'm using today is Galaxy Chic BH Cosmetics. This is one of my favourite palettes I've ever used. It's all shimmies. And the shades I'm going to be using is this Jupiter shade at the top. It's a pinky red. And then this orange Venus shade. I'm going to be using the Jupiter on my outer crease. And then putting the Venus on my inner corner. So we're going to start with Jupiter. I'm using this brush also from BH Cosmetics. It's just a blending brush. And it should work. I haven't used this palette in quite a long time. But BH Cosmetics is probably one of my favourite brands, so I am a big fan of their eyeshadow palettes. I actually think I have like 3 of their eyeshadow palettes. This one's also from them. This is a Los Angeles palette that I bought recently from Ulta. I don't know if I can open it with one hand, it's kind of hard to open.
Ooh, pretty. Ooh, I love that purple.
Yeah, I've used that a couple of times. The shades are really nice actually, so I'm just getting this on the outer crease, and now I'm going to take that into the middle of the eyelid, and I'm going to repeat that on the second eye. Because one thing I found strange is beauty YouTubers, they do all one eye at once and then they just copy it on the other eye, and I'm like, how? So Mum's using my eyeshadow palette now. She's using the shade Melrose from this Los Angeles palette. It's this purple shade right on the second. Oh, and she's using that, but she's using her finger to apply her eyeshadow.
I'm just putting a little bit of life there.
Yeah, just a little bit of colour.
It's personally because I like lilacs and purples and things like this, and with blue eyes, if you put on the wrong shade of blue, it can really distract. But if you put on the right, it can make them pop. And also using good browns and golds and ambers is very good with blue eyes as well. But this is just a really, really pretty colour, and it's just given a very subtle pop there. Like I said, when you get older, using too much shimmer and stuff, it's aging. I'm now going to use a mascara. This has got something in it. Something it says there. I know.
It's from something Concepts.
Beauty Concepts.
Lengthening.
It's a lengthening mascara, and it's got an oil in it that helps nourish.
This looks nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm finished with that. So then I'm going to do my little trick that I do, which I think you'll find very cool. I started doing it recently because I think I saw someone do it on maybe TikTok or something. I get most of my makeup tips from social media. That's where I usually go to find stuff. But I'm going to grab the concealer again and a concealer brush. So many things in the way.
I do the bottom lashes first, and I don't use a lot of mascara, but I do the bottom lashes first and I look down. The reason why you do your bottom lashes first, because if you do your top lashes first and then look down, you end up with a line.
True.
So do your bottom lashes first. I don't do that much on the bottom of my lashes because I don't want the underneath of my eye to look too dark. And it doesn't matter what you do with the best of makeup, unless you've like really caked on bake and things like this, is, you know, makeup will run, you know.
So I'm going to take a little drop of concealer in the inner corner, just like the tiniest bit, to create like a base for this next step. And then I'm going to take this concealer brush from, I don't remember what brand it's from, but just press that into the inner corner, just to make sure I've got that like divide thing. It's going to look really cool once I've got the second shade on there. So that gives it a bit of a divide, as you can see. And then I'm going to take the orange shade called Venus. And I'm going to take a flatter brush to press that in. It's a little flat brush, also from the same collection as before. So that's Venus, which is an orange shade. I really haven't used this palette in a long time. And I forget how much I like it. And now I'm just gonna...
I don't use false eyelashes either. Because I don't know how to put them on. And if people can put them on correctly and they do it right, they look fantastic. They look, but on me, I look more like a drag queen, and I don't want to go for that look. I'm quite a tall woman, and I always feel that, I know just trying too hard. On me, on other people, I will see other people with false eyelashes and their eyes, and they just look absolutely brilliant. But on me, nah.
So I've got this like divide effect, so you can truly see like it's two separate shades. What do you think?
Oh yes, yeah, okay. Got you.
So now that I've done that, those are the only eyeshadows I'm going to put on. I'm not going to put anything extra on, because if I do, then my eyes are going to get irritated and all this stuff. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to put this away. And then I've started doing eyeliner. I'm not good at it in any way whatsoever, but I try my best. I try to do like, I don't really do a cat eye kind of shape. I do a very simple, just line kind of shape. So I'm just going to put these up. So I've got 3 different eyeliners to choose from. I've got this Wet n Wild eyeliner, but I'm pretty sure that's run out. A tattoo liner from Kat Von D. Now it's KVD, because she's no longer a representative of the company. And then this Rare Beauty one, which I bought recently. I actually like this one a lot. This is by Selena Gomez, so I think we're going to do that one today. I'm going to go grab another mirror from my room, because I forgot to put it in this box, and I'll be right back. So this is my mirror from Trixie Cosmetics. I like it a lot. Mum actually bought this for me for my birthday.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I'm just going to take my Rare Beauty liner and do a very, very simple line. Just very simple. Okay, that's like, alright, that should be fine. And now I'm just going to try and replicate it, which is usually the hardest part. Ooh. That almost looks alike. We're just going to leave it, because if I try and do making it perfect, then it's just going to go bleh, and it's going to become a mess. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Should be fine. So I've done that. Then the last step with my eyes is mascara. I've got 3 choices. I'm actually going to use the Rare Beauty mascara, because I did use the Rare Beauty eyeliner. So I'm going to take that. I do my top lashes first. I know I do the opposite of her, but that's what I do. So what are you doing now with your beauty blender?
Well, what I've done is I used a little bit more of this purple shade because I just liked it. And then when I finish, I take my my blending sponge and get to just if anything hideously horrible has happened under your eyes, you just can blend it out. And like I said, I don't use powders or anything like that, because they sit in the lines and they just don't always look good. So with mine, you can just see that I just look a little bit more awake. I define my eyes. My best feature is my eyes and my incredible sense of humour. My best feature is my eyes, so that's what I work on. I work in, like I said, in the general public, and I have to wear a mask due to the COVID that we've lived through. We still wear masks at work, so I don't worry about putting like lipstick on and all this stuff, because it's underneath a mask. So that's why I make sure that my eyes look alive and awake and I'm ready to serve the public. I also have to wear glasses because I'm old. No, I have to wear glasses because I can't see properly. Nothing to do with age. And I now am so used to wearing glasses that I feel quite naked without them. You know, I sort of feel that, you know, they cover a little bit of if I have issues with like darkness under my eyes or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. So I've started using cream blush rather than powder, and I just like do like
That's what you all like.
a line there and a line here, and then I blend it out with the bottom of a beauty blender just to add like some colour into it. I've got to be kind of rough to make it actually blend. But yeah, that's what I do. So you see I got like a little bit of colour on those cheeks. Now I do highlighter. I'm going to do a gold highlighter to try and add with the orange because I think that would look nice. So I've got multiple gold highlighters. I have a lot of them. Mum's doing something with my eyebrows. I don't get my eyebrows waxed anymore. I just pluck them, which I think is fine.
So you'd be better if your eyebrow went to there. See where it's cut short a little bit there.
Yeah.
So you could do a fill in to there if you knew how to do that.
No, I don't know how to do it. Okay, so gold highlighter wise, I have this one from Fenty Beauty. It's the Kilowatt collection. It's called Trophy Wife, so there's an option. I have this one from Doja Cat, also from BH Cosmetics. It's this champagne colour. That's a setting powder. I have this gold highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills called Sunset Aura. And then I have this. So this is a palette from Hip Dot. It's got 4 shades, so it's got 2 blushes and then this gold highlighter in the top called Golden Hour. So I don't want something too bright. I think I'm actually going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills one because I haven't used that one in quite a long time. So I'm going to use that today. So I'm going to take an angle brush like before. There we go. And just, this is a loose highlighter, so but it's plenty in there right now. So just mix on the brush, tap off excess, and just put that on the high points of the cheeks. I put it on the nose because that looks cute. Okay, so I've got that highlight on there. I know I use a lot, but I like a lot of highlighter because it's fun. And then I'll finish off with lips because I will be wearing a mask when I go out to the store. That's what I'm doing my makeup for, but I'm also seeing my friends later and we're just going to be hanging out at the house, and all of them are like COVID vaccinated, so we don't really have to worry about masks in that regard. So I'm just doing this. So I think I'm going to do a red lip because I got this pink. I think a red lip would look nice. So let's see.
But not too red.
Now I'm going to use a red gloss instead of a red lipstick. So I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Heat. This is a plumping gloss.
That's good because you naturally got quite thin lips.
Yes, I do.
And there are tricks you can do to make your lips look thicker.
I don't like using lip liner.
No.
I don't. I'm not a big fan. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to grab my mirror so I can see a little bit better. So it's like not dark red, it's more of a sheer. Oh, I think I made a mess.
It's raining.
Yes, it is raining. That should be fine, right?
Do you block?
Well, it's a lip gloss. I don't know if I should block because that might make it look weird.
No,
Because it's
you're
all sticky. Okay. So, and then my last step is a setting spray, and I'm going to be using the NYX Matte Finish. This is just a mini setting spray. It's not the full set. So shake it, then woo. Okay, so I'm done. Do you want some setting spray?
No, I know I do.
Okay, so I think I'm done here. So Mum showed you her finished
It's very
look.
basic.
Yeah, and then this is me. I didn't do a lot of eyeshadow, but I think it looks right, and it looks nice. I like how it looks. So I had a fun time. This was nice. This
It was,
fun
yes,
little-
yes. We don't see each other that often now because this one is at college, training to be a English high school teacher, which
Yes.
wow is quite mind blowing. That she's that they
I found my nails real quick, so look at
that they are doing this great thing. It'd be wonderful to one day, you know, see their name up there. You know, oh, student teacher of the year. Who knows? But yes, very proud of this one. Achieves a lot and just gets on with it. We've been thrown a few curveballs at the moment and some very sad situations, but they get on with it. Makes an effort to just, you know, get on with it. As they were saying at the beginning when they were doing their makeup, you know, they do use a full cut because unfortunately both, as you can see, we both suffer from a skin condition, but we get on with it. This is what we were given, and we get on with it. I don't know what happened there. Oh, she was cutting her nail.
Yeah.
What happened there? So
this is a Revlon X Barbie, because they did a whole Barbie collection. So I got the tweezers, that Barbie themed, and I got this, which is
well, I'm going to go and eat something now because
Okay.
I like doing that.
yeah.
As you can see, I like eating, and I'm going to work soon as well, so I need to have something to eat before I go to work.
Okay.
So goodbye.
Thank you so much for watching. In the description there'll be links to social media such as Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, all of that stuff. Also TikTok. It's not really a link, it's just the app that you can find on TikTok, so that's how you can find me on there. And then I'll be promoting this on all my social media, so there'll be links in bios, wherever you follow me. I don't think that worked out as well as it could, but I'll fix that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and there'll also be a link to my last makeup video in the description, which I do not remember the last makeup video I did, but you know, I'll post that on there, and that'll be at the end of this video. It'll be up here with a playlist of all my other makeup videos that I've made, and this will also go in the videos with family playlist that I have. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video I make. Bye bye.